Jon Jones once again proved why he is rightfully considered the greatest fighter in the history of mixed martial arts, successfully defending his title against another UFC legend Stipe Miocic at UFC 309 in New York City. The bout ended at 4:29 of the third round when Jones landed a spinning kick to the body that dropped Miocic, followed by a relentless ground and pound finish. It was the first time in over a decade that Jones had ended a fight with that iconic technique, reminding everyone of the unpredictable and varied arsenal that has defined his legendary career. Here's how Dr. David Abbasi, an orthopedic surgeon, broke down this wild hit. Listen up, here's the science in plain terms.
Jon Jones used a body kick to turn off Stipe Miocic's nervous system and end the fight. Let me explain. Now, we've all heard about liver shots ending a fight by turning off the fight or flight system. Let me explain again how this worked with Jon Jones. Look how much that foot is digging into the body, into the ribs and the underlying organs. On the other side of the body would be the liver on the right side. This would be Stipe's left side. So we're talking about organs like the spleen and the guts. You hear about this way more with the liver because there's parts of the liver which are not covered by the ribs, so you can poke them a little bit easier. You can get there with the spleen on the other side, but you really got to dig in those ribs. But if you are able to dig in and activate it, even on the spleen, you will activate that parasympathetic nervous system, dropping the heart rate, dropping the blood pressure, decreasing the oxygen. Fighter has to go down and continue to get the blood flow to the brain. And not only that, but the pain must have been horrible. Jon Jones is definitely the GOAT.
Here's Dr. Brian Sutterer, another MD, breaking down this spinning back kick.
Big sign they're going to watch for is just progression of abdominal pain. You can also potentially see some bruising or ecchymosis underneath the skin as a sign of that intra-abdominal bleeding from something like a spleen laceration or a kidney laceration. Hopefully, best case scenario here, we're just dealing with some bruised rib, probably some cracked ribs, but depending on exactly where that energy got transferred in, very real possibility of something more serious like a spleen laceration or a kidney laceration. The severity of those then of course just depend on how bad is the bleeding, how much damage in there, everything from simple monitoring, a few weeks recovery time, up to, like I mentioned, the possibility of having to have the spleen removed. So yes.
All right, here we go. Ready? Oh,
Though Jones's career seemed to be nearing its twilight, he surprised fans during the post-fight interview by revealing his intention to continue fighting, but only under certain conditions. He hinted that he might face Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira, with the catch being a significant payday for the former. If his demands are not met, Jones is ready to walk away from the UFC.
I've been really clear about my intentions. You know, I'll retire the heavyweight belt if I have to. So Tom can have the heavyweight championship. I don't really care about it. It'd just be worth my while fighting against Pereira. People can call me a duck and a chicken. I'm gonna go home and cash a massive check. Man, if that was my last fight ever, then I'm cool with that. That was the way to do it. I think one of the really good things about negotiating is being willing to walk away from a deal.
You saying you wouldn't want to do business with Tom Aspinall? You said he's an asshole.
There's just a lot of people on his nuts right now. He's annoying to me. If I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that fuck you money, honestly. A very, very high number. I want to be compensated to the point where if I won or lost, that it really wouldn't matter. Or else, my life is perfect. Without him, I don't need him at all, and he needs me.
All right, the Aspinall question. The only Aspinall
You're
question.
going straight to it, huh?
Will there ever be a Jon Jones Aspinall fight?
No, more than likely no. I think the only way that we do it is if Dana and Hunter give me a check that really changes my mind.
Got it.
Really changes everything. That's the only way. I want it to be really, really worth my while. But right now, it just doesn't feel really, really worth my while.
So the trolls chirping you and stuff, you don't even, that doesn't even get to you at
Well,
all.
the trolls chirping me is part of the reason why I'm not going to do it.
Got it.
I'm just going to like, oh, you guys want, this is what you want, and this is the way you're going about it? Okay, now I'm going to be the one with the last laugh.
UFC President Dana White, however, was quick to shoot down any talk of Jones versus Pereira, emphasizing,
Make a fight against Pereira?
No.
No? Okay.
You know what tonight told me? There's no fucking way I make the Pereira fight.
Okay.
John's too big. Great wrestler. See how he took Stipe down in that first round?
Yeah.
I like Alex Pereira. I like him personally. You know,
But he's the greatest of all time, right?
it just doesn't make sense to make that fight. If they both want it bad enough and they're both hounding me or something, maybe I would do it.
Stipe's having his last dance. If I was Jon, I'd work the kicks a little bit more. Oh, he dropped him! Oh! Well done, Jon. Impressive. Spinning back kick. Love that. Nice. Good spinning back kick to the body from Jon. We know that Jon can do that really well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Great main event. Good heavyweight fight. Was very impressed by both guys. Me and Jon next. It makes sense. If Jon wants to stay heavyweight, it needs to be me and him next. I don't care. I don't care. That could be anywhere in the world. I'll show up. I'll show up, and it's gonna be good.
I feel really, really great. That was a lot of fun. Stipe's by far the hardest puncher I've ever fought. Left hand and right hand. You know, I've been talking about his right hand the whole time, but he has a left hand too. That was amazing. It's awesome.
Perhaps Jones could face Aspinall if he chooses, but with his legacy already cemented, the question remains: is it time for Jon Jones to retire and leave behind a career that will be celebrated for generations?
I'll tell you a bit of exclusive news right here on TNT Sport. I was getting a few nods and winks off the bosses when Jon Jones was talking about the next fight, and that means a lot to me. And not only that, is I spoke to the UFC brass this week. Both guys are talking about this is going to be the biggest heavyweight fight in UFC history.
No doubt.
Absolutely no doubt about it. Potentially one of the biggest fights in UFC history, and this is what the people want to see, and we've got to give it them.
How's it going?
I'm going to bang this out and I'll come right out and talk to you guys.
President-elect Donald Trump attended UFC 309 at Madison Square Garden, where he was warmly greeted by the crowd.
You know, it does not matter what I feel about Jon Jones in life. I do respect him tremendously, immensely as a fighter. He does a lot of the right things when he's inside that octagon. And that has led to him having more success than anyone has had. This guy has defended titles and over the course of 3 generations of fighters. That was it for that generation. Stipe was it for that generation. He has defended his belt over 3 generations. So no matter what you feel about him, it's very apparent that you have to respect him and the skills that he possesses in the octagon. And he has once again defended a belt and stays the UFC heavyweight champion.
His presence has become a familiar sight at UFC events, often prompting fighters to approach him after victories. Continuing that tradition, Jon Jones presented his championship belt to Trump after his victory, who was seated ringside alongside the likes of Elon Musk and others. Jon Jones had no choice but to embrace the new nickname given to him by fans. In a playful response, he mocked them by updating his Instagram profile picture to a duck holding a UFC belt.
What's he done though?
Coming up with Jon Jones t-shirts, buying a little duck, and just a little. He does. He's annoying to me. He's annoying to me.
12 seconds later.
Duck and chicken thing is kind of funny.
Belalang kupu-kupu, taprak dia rame kalau malam minum cucu. Hooray!
When I heard that Charles won, I just felt even more complete. Like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Quando eu citei que o show aliança foi, fiquei mais completo ainda. Pra fazer isso agora, chegou a minha hora também.
Let's go! Congratulations, baby! Let's go, Oliveira! Let's go, baby! Hey, everyone loves him, so keep doing exactly what he's doing.
Cara, não fazendo isso
You're very genuine.
In the co-main event of UFC 309, Charles Oliveira showcased his dominance over Michael Chandler, excelling both in striking and grappling for the majority of the fight. However, in the final round, Oliveira faced a significant challenge when he was caught by a powerful right hand from Chandler, putting him in a precarious position. Sensing his opportunity, Chandler went in aggressively to finish the fight. But as Oliveira tried to escape the onslaught, Chandler clearly landed several illegal punches to the back of Oliveira's head. These illegal strikes, often referred to as rabbit punches, are banned in mixed martial arts due to their potential to cause severe damage to the brain and spinal cord. Fans were quick to express their concern and frustration over the incident, calling out referee Keith Peterson for failing to intervene promptly. One fan described it as one of the worst things I've ever seen, while others criticized the referee for not stopping the illegal strikes, which they felt put Oliveira's health at serious risk. Some even called for Chandler to face consequences, with one fan suggesting a lifetime ban. Demonstrating resilience, Oliveira recovered and secured a unanimous decision victory.
I'm not here to criticize, but I'm gonna tell you something. There were a lot of blows to the back of the head, a lot of fence grabbing. There was also some eye pokes, and I was telling him what was going on. I kept calling for his attention, and nothing would happen to him. I would hope that he would intervene, but nothing happened. So I'm not here to criticize. I'm just gonna do your job.
Also, Oliveira has set a remarkable milestone in UFC history by becoming the first fighter to earn 20 Fight Night bonuses, with a career bonus total exceeding $1 million. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it.